So this is your September 2023 market update here in the Coastal Maryland and Delaware area. So I'm going to go over, what's going on with home prices, the interest rate, which is on everybody's mind right now, and particularly here in Maryland, the HB 107 reserve studies that's going on with building inspections, and of course making sure reserves are healthy. And this is a big thing, particularly in Ocean City, Maryland, because there's a lot of condos. What's going on, everybody? This is Rich, your Coastal Maryland and Delaware realtor. If you need to reach out for any reason, my contact information is going to be down below in the description. Reach out. People reach out all the time. I love it. Never too busy to answer any questions and to see how I can help on that end. But without further ado, let's go hop into this. All right, guys, so we hopped into my computer here. So always like to start out with the interest rate. Of course, I'm making this video a little later than usual, but this is showing November right now. But I'm at the Freddie Mac website here, and just want to show you where we ended up coming out of September, because this is September update here. So we ended up at 7.31% average for a 30-year fix. Just remember, if you're looking at a second home or investment property, that's usually about a half to a point higher. Start with Maryland. Days on the market have gone up, you can see, versus August to 41 days average on the market, which is still isn't bad. But yeah, sellers are just need a little bit more patience, and so do any real estate agents too on some of these. Months of inventory, we got 2.6 accumulation, which actually went down from 2.9 that you can see on there. So medium sales price, you got 436,500, and total units sold is 169 versus in August there was 191 sold there too. Of course, coming into the fall, there's usually a little bit of a spike in September, but then things start to taper off for seasonality, like in most markets. But Delaware, days on the market 43 September versus 47 in August, so that actually went down. And months of inventory have gone down to 3.4 accumulation versus the 3.8. Medium sales price actually went up for Delaware, Sussex County 467,500. 460 units sold. The previous month for that 470 units there. So those are the numbers according to the MLS September 2023. I want to go over this graphic here. This is actually something that they made for October, but this is a good one from Keeping Current Matters. I love their stuff because they compile a lot of good data, and it is national. But I've had a few conversations, just casually at different gatherings, parties, and stuff like that. And of course, something that everybody always asks about is are home prices going down? Of course, I've had some people tell me that home prices are going down, which is just not true on a lot of things. Now, I have seen a lot of properties when they go on the market, they're just overpriced. Yeah, and then obviously reductions have to be made, which that happens really in any market. And of course, when back in 2020, 2021, when things were kind of shooting up, it was kind of like everybody was trying to, stay in front of that market, and things were going way over ask, which there are some multiple offer scenarios still going on, and things selling over asking price still. Again, just if it's priced right, location's good, and the condition inside, because a lot of people are looking for a turnkey. But take a look at this. They took this data from Fannie Mae. Quarter over quarter prices have actually appreciated here. So you can see back in 2022, some pretty good appreciation, 4.72%, 5.48%. That was Q1, Q2. Then the second half of 2022 is where those interest rates really started to rise. And it did flatten out. Home prices actually went into the red here, lost some value, which wasn't a huge swing, 0.24% by Q4. 2023, Q1, Q2, Q3, you can see they started appreciating again. And it's predicted, 2024, same thing, probably appreciation around that 2%. Then 2025, 6, 7, they're really stepping appreciation up a little bit to that 3%, 4% mark is what the prediction is, just because inventory is low. That's been the whole kicker, in this market. With interest rates, particularly when we're talking about here locally in the market here in coastal Maryland and Delaware, what I've seen, probably 95% of the clients that I help out are purchasing a second home or like an investment property, more like a vacation home, probably like doing some short-term rentals on it, renting it out majority of the time, but being able to use it, a couple weeks out of the year to enjoy it and use that rental income to supplement, some of the costs. Like if there's a condo fee or HOA fee, taxes, of course, your mortgage payment, interest, insurance, all that good stuff. So I've been fortunate enough to help quite a few buyers here purchase recently. Again, looking to do exactly the scenario that I mentioned before, and even at that 8% interest rate, it's still making it worth their while, because they're getting, instead of having a $4,000 mortgage payment, their mortgage payment might be $1,000 per month is what it's actually costing them after the rental income. Some of it is actually breaking even, which is good. You pretty much get a place to use for free. Or there are some properties that can still cash flow, just depending on what it is, which I've noticed that helping out a recent client looking at a new construction home, a larger single family home up in towards the Rehoboth Beach area. Last little bit, I did mention I was going to go over this. This is a big deal over here, particularly in Maryland, is the HB 107 reserve study that's going on. 30 years is a big thing. A lot of media is talking about this, actually scaring a lot of people too, which for good reason. There have been some, particularly like condo buildings, like in Ocean City, that were running very, very thin, maybe not having professionally managed buildings, and they don't have much money in the reserve. So a lot of condo owners are getting tagged with huge special assessments, especially with this. What this is, if you heard about it but don't know really what it is, basically it's a House bill that Maryland passed, mandates that all condo buildings or any associations have let's talk about like a condo building, but they're supposed to have a full inspection of the building and the premises, which most of them do that anyway, but they want to make sure they're up to date, and they're mandating condos and associations to have this done every 5 years with the reserve study. So what that is a third-party company comes in, and matter of fact, this one right here, that Miller Dotson, is a big one that I've seen on a lot of these. They come in, look through all the financials, and say, hey, your roof was last done at this date. You got a pool over here too, which it was last kind of updated then, or we did the hill inspection. You have some cracks in the concrete by the pool or in the structural part of the building. It all needs to be taken care of. This is where your financials are now. It's only 22% funded. We needed to be at least 70% funded because we're projecting out to 2050, and in between, the pool has to be done here. Of course, these structural issues need to be taken care of now, and so on. So some of these buildings are realizing that, and they're getting hit with these big bills. So if you're looking for a place to purchase, this is one thing that you need to see with your resale packet with the current financials, but you also want to look at that reserve study, because this was all due the actual have the inspection and the reserve study by October 1st, 2023. So make sure that you're working with somebody that knows the area, knows to ask for these things. here, so it's very important. So there we have it. A lot of information packed into a really short video. But if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to me. Again, contact information is down below. Appreciate you stopping by. Of course, if this has helped you out, make sure that you like, subscribe, of course, comment any questions down below too. But until next time, I'll see you soon.